I would be willing to wager that most of you watching have encountered this man I'm about to show you while surfing the web.
She used to stand out the front going, "No breathing! I've been up here for 3 weeks! And there's rats! I'm talking, I want complete quiet." Nice.
His videos have long been used to create YouTube poops and other various memes online. But who exactly is he, and how did his likeness become so intertwined with meme culture? This man is an English children's author and poet named Michael Rosen. Michael began his career as an author in the 1970s, where he got his start writing children's books, a practice he continues to this day. He's had quite the career in children's entertainment, branching off from writing, even doing TV shows.
And there's lots to do on the farm in tonight's bedtime story. The only problem is the farmer doesn't think it's his job to do it.
That being said though, he isn't popular on the internet due to his mainstream career accolades. His popularity online is directly related to his meme status. And the series of events that caused his living meme transformation is what I will be discussing today. This is the story of how Michael Rosen got flushed into the YouTube poop toilet bowl and came out the other end a living meme. Before we start, I want to talk a bit about Scenbird, the sponsor of today's video. Guys, I gotta level with you. We're getting pretty old, or at least I am. It's about time to throw away the can of Axe body spray and upgrade to some big boy cologne. If you're trying to step up your fragrance game but are new to the cologne arena, Scenbird is the perfect service for you. Scenbird is a monthly subscription service that lets you sample from over 600 fragrances, both cologne and perfume, so this is for ladies too. They also have a selection of skincare, makeup, and wellness products available. The way it works is every month you choose the products you want to try, up to 3 at a time, and Scenbird ships them right to your front door at no extra shipping cost. They have samples available from some of the most well-known and highly regarded luxury brands like Gucci, Prada, and Versace. My favorites from the box I got this month were the Dolce & Gabbana, the one for men, and this Hugo Boss Bottled Infinite. The Hugo Boss has this nice fresh out of the shower vibe to it for more casual occasions, but this Dolce & Gabbana scent is truly something special. I might have to bust this one out for an intense night of gaming with the boys. This Dunhill Icon Elite and this English Laundry Oxford Blue are quality scents as well. If you guys want to get musts like me, you can click the link below in the description box and use code WWS to get 30% off your first month at Scenbird. Go ahead and download the Scenbird app by clicking that link as well. Anyways, let's get on to the story. Our story begins in the early 2000s when Michael Rosen first started to venture into online video content creation. Michael had been interested in the prospects of online children's media for some time, but lacked the technical know-how needed to create a website. So in 2003, he partnered up with a web designer named Mark Foster, founder of the Artifice Design web design studio, and together they created Michael Rosen's first website. From 2003 onward, Michael would intermittently create videos in which he would playfully read his various poems and short stories written throughout the years.
Choo, 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 choo. We're going on a bear hunt, we're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh. Grass. Long wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't.
Michael's videos created for the internet would remain mostly unwatched, but this would change with the advent of YouTube. In May of 2007, Mark Foster, cognizant of the web video monopoly YouTube was establishing, created a YouTube channel for Michael Rosen. This channel, called Artifice Design, featured re-uploads of Michael's playful story readings ripped from the old website.
Vin, if I hear about your sandwiches, your jam, or the jam in your sandwiches, if I hear about any of it once more, I shall give them to the ducks.
For the next several years, Michael would work to create new storytime videos for this channel, with most receiving low view counts. But in 2009, he would suddenly find himself being seen by hundreds of thousands. Around this time, a certain community on YouTube would become fascinated with Michael and his videos, and this community was none other than the YouTube poop community. The YouTube poop, or YTP community, is one of the oldest communities on YouTube, dating back to the earliest days of the site. If you're unfamiliar with YTP, essentially it's an art form where content creators take a piece of media, say a popular cartoon, TV show, commercial, or movie, and apply comedic edits, warping the content into something completely new.
The fun is just starting. The start is just funning. The thought is just stunning. The stun is just farting.
In fact, I have violent diarrhea, cancer, AIDS, diabetes, and a bad ear infection, and a horrible case of eczema.
Imagine for a moment a world in which there was no murder or theft. This would drive me mad. I like murder. I like to kill people for fun.
One of the most popular editing techniques used by YouTube poopers is what's known as sentence mixing. This is where the pooper essentially rearranges the words spoken in a clip to make the character or person in the clip say whatever the hell the pooper wants them to say. And with that said, I think you can begin to understand where we're going here and why the poopers would become interested in Michael Rosen. Considering the wild-eyed and animated delivery of many of his videos, it made it perfect source material for these poopers to remix for comedic effect. The results were pretty fantastic.
All I had for breakfast was a huge hamburger, but not long after, I ran and I'd sit down on my toilet to take a bump. And I sit there waiting for the poop to come out, but it was absolutely stuck in my anus. We had a teacher who was so strict, you weren't allowed to wank in her snatch. The Michael Rosen wank. Baby shitter. Look out the window. There's a window. The far.
By the summer of 2010, Michael Rosen's story reading catalog had become one of the hottest video sources to remix among poopers, and individual creators were getting thousands of views pooping his work. Michael had become a beloved figure within the YouTube poop community, and little to his knowledge, there was almost a cult-like following of his likeness. The pooping would continue late into the year, and it was all fun and games until, out of nowhere, shit hit the fan. In December of 2010, several prominent Michael Rosen YTPs were taken down in response to DMCA copyright claims submitted to YouTube from none other than Michael himself. Not only did these copyright claims result in video takedowns, they resulted in channel terminations of several prominent Michael Rosen YouTube poopers. Apparently around the time of these takedowns, Michael had been made aware of the YouTube poops for the first time. He was made aware of them after the mother of a child who was a fan of Michael complained to him via email that the explicit YouTube poops came up as a search result when her child was looking for his videos. Here's an audio clip of him explaining the situation.
So there's this whole kind of obscene thing where they've taken my poems, made them utterly obscene. I'm getting letters from parents going, "Are you aware?" And of course they think possibly it's me doing it. And then, idiot me, what did I try and do? Pull them down. I tried to take them down because I thought, well, hang on, there's a copyright issue. How dare they? So what I did was I let YouTube know. And YouTube said, that's all right. What you do is you just simply say they've breached copyright. And you basically ban it. And boy, did the proverbial hit the fan.
Now at this point, I'd like to take a moment to talk a bit about fair use and how much it means to the YouTube poop community. You would be hard-pressed to find another community on YouTube more gung-ho on the fair use doctrine than the YTP community. Their content inherently relies on copyrighted works, yet so much remixing and editing is involved, it's generally agreed that poops are transformative and thus are protected under fair use. That being said, this hasn't stopped large companies from flagrantly abusing YouTube's copyright system to flag down YTPs over the years. Copyright claims are the bane of a pooper's existence, and when word spread that Michael was claiming poops that used his content, this instantly caused him to go from one of the most liked to one of the most hated figures amongst the YTP community.
Hey guys, I'm going to take some time out of my incredibly busy day to actually address this Michael Rosen incident because it's fascinating. Now, my first reaction to it was dismay and kind of horror because I knew the people who got suspended, and it sucks. Yes, it's rough. I mean, I wasn't happy about it. Michael Rosen just did the absolute worst thing he could have done if he wanted to get rid of this.
At this point, the poopers' perception was that Michael was brazenly disregarding fair use and was only removing these videos likely because he felt he was the butt of the joke. But his true motive for their removal was actually far less malicious. In an excerpt posted to his website in early 2011 amidst the peak of this controversy, he had this to say: "Warning for parents and teachers. Please play or download my videos from this site only. These are the only videos officially sanctioned by me as being suitable for children. If you go to YouTube to download or play videos, I can take no responsibility for the material you or your children in your care watch. Please be warned. Just because my face and or voice is on a YouTube page, it does not follow that it has anything to do with me. YouTube is an open site, which means that the videos belong to anyone and everyone. Anyone can take them and do what they want with them. Please take note of this." With this statement in mind, it became more clear that Michael was only removing these videos because he wanted to protect his child fans from the potentially explicit and vulgar YTPs from popping up in their feed. But in fairness, this didn't necessarily give him the right to remove these transformative works created by the poopers. And this was something he would come to terms with eventually after receiving a lot of angry emails from the YTP community. Without much of a public statement from Michael though, poopers were left scratching their heads wondering if their content would get struck down if they created a Michael Rosen poop. But in the springtime of 2011, the community started to notice that Michael Rosen YTPs stopped getting DMCAs, and it appeared that his campaign to remove them had ended. There would fortunately be some closure to this whole controversy, and it turns out that it was just a big misunderstanding. Michael Rosen would actually candidly speak about the whole debacle at a fan meetup held in 2011, and essentially made amends with the YouTube poop community.
Alright.
Thank you, thanks for
Just
coming.
press red. Do you want to say when to stop?
Let's go. So, Michael, what have you got to say to your millions of YouTube fans?
Hi, poopers. It's so wonderful what you've done with all my YouTube performances. I'm so grateful to you. It's been so wonderful to see my face turned into, and all those words chopped up. I love you, poopers. I love you.
He loves you. Yeah.
Since this fiasco ended in early 2011, Michael hasn't touched a YTP video since. He's completely chill with people posting them now. With time, Michael found himself becoming just as beloved by the online community as he was before the ordeal, if not more. Michael continues to upload storytime performances to his YouTube channel, which now goes under the name Kids, Poems, and Stories with Michael Rosen. In regards to recent events, Michael was actually hospitalized after he contracted coronavirus back in March of this year. In the hospital, he spent 47 days in the intensive care unit battling the infection. Fortunately, he was able to beat it and is now out and back in good health. And I'm extremely happy to hear that he's doing well and he won that fight, because I mean, this world would be a dark place without Michael. Shout out to Michael, and I'm glad you fucked up that virus. But anyways, guys, let me know what you thought about the story down below, and let me know who or what you want me to talk about next. I want to give a major shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys. Wavy Web Surf out. Peace.